Hey friends, how are you doing? Today I want to talk about a little bit of a different topic. You might have seen it through the community post. The two of them I did today, and we will speak about that. But today's video topic is DEI and Sweet Baby Inc. from my perspective. And of course, be warned, this video has opinions, and it has my opinions.
I'm angry.
And my own opinions and your opinions might be different. They might not be different. You know, who knows? Opinions usually differ. So number one, what even is DEI? DEI is like an acronym that stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Diversity?
Do you think such diversity will cripple the board?
And if you type it into Google, you also can read it is a term used to describe policies and programs that promote the representation and participation of different groups of individuals. DEI encompasses people of different ages, races, ethnicities, abilities, disabilities, genders, religions, cultures, and sexual orientations. Yeah, okay. Then what is Sweet Baby Inc? Sweet Baby Inc is a company and incorporation that still does like advice for all kinds of different companies, gaming companies, for example. And they recently have been in controversy, controversy, What? Okay, oh my god, I had to look it up. Controversy. I am so sorry, my English is failing me today. So what do? Sweet Baby Inc. was advising different kinds of companies about DEI they could include in their games or not. And the whole gamers, TM, the non-woke gamers, if you would call them so, the capital G gamers, right? They have been throwing a hissy fit. There's like a whole Steam curator page that is called DEI Detected, and there's like all kinds of different lists you can see here. I'm gonna read some of them. You're gonna see them in the background as well. Old School RuneScape got a DEI update 23 years after its release. Concord, DEI detected. Dustborn, DEI detected. And then apparently there are some games that are DEI free and they recommend them. So basically every single game where they find any type of DEI, they do not recommend. It's a like curator page, right? And if you have been on Steam or any kind of gaming forums, like maybe Reddit or maybe even Twitter as well, right? If any new kind of game comes out, people will discuss if it has DEI or not. It has been like become such a word. Like people apparently don't want to use the word woke anymore. It's a horrible word anyway. It sounds so stupid to use in that context, right? And what do these people want? These people want games without any type of diversity whatsoever. They want their straight, white, male, cisgendered protagonists, which, you know, it's fine. They're still like, if I had a statistic, which I don't, there probably is at least 80% of all games released nowadays still is exactly that. But it's too much for those capital G TM gamers that 20% of games are not that, okay? That 20% of games are inclusive or diverse with all kinds of different things, because these people are entitled to have all games suit their specific tastes, right? And this is not just this, right? I'm quickly going to talk about that. Like, people, if they see a graphical style game that is not like photorealistic, not like modern AAA 4K G graphics, if they see like a JRPG or God forbid a like 2D game or a pixel style game, they're like, oh my god, it's like graphics from the 80s or whatever, right? Of course, I'm speaking hyperbole here, right? But you see this over and over and over again. And whenever you see like a turn-based game, for example, that's not an action game, you get like a snooze fest, right? Watching any type of game reveal nowadays, be it like a Nintendo Direct or Summer Games Fest or whatever the hell, like the Gamescom live stream, you have to watch them without the chat, okay? Because it's freaking horrible. Anyhow, we're going back to DEI.
I guess I'm angry.
The main reason I'm doing this video is because I am tired. I am so tired of all this controversy. I said the word again of this controversy, right? And I see it everywhere. And I know it shouldn't bother me. But what bothers me most of all, okay, is I think Sweet Baby Inc. and companies hiring them. And some companies, not all, like forcing DEI and diversity into games has done more bad than good, okay? Of course, I like when there are certain types of games that do it very well, right? To have a diverse cast of characters to represent a lot of people. And I know that representation is very important, right? For example, I'm currently playing Coral Island, and that game is amazing. There is a lot of diversity in the characters. The town center even has the rainbow pride flag. Pride? My God, I cannot speak anymore. It's a rainbow pride flag hissing there, right? But the game itself, it's not very on the nose. I think this is like my thing, right? If diversity is just like part of the creation that the developer wanted to do, or if it's like very on the nose and like an afterthought and just like a checkbox, we have to have like a person of color, we have to have someone who isn't just like straight, and you know, you go like tick, 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 tick. And then I can somewhat understand how some people are like, that's not for me, okay? I know for my own experience, again, we're speaking about something else now, for movies and TV shows, if they have like some forced sex scenes in there that doesn't really like feel as part of the story and still for like no reason, I'm like, why is that there, right? So I can somewhat understand how some people come to that conclusion, right? But this has all been blown out of proportion. Like so many people go against Sweet Baby Inc. and against the whole EI thing. And what has happened here is that because these people feel like their space have got invaded, take it out against people of the LGBTQI plus community, you know. Of course they do. Of course they do. Because in essential DEI, what they're saying with I do not like DEI is I do not like any diversity, which of course then they would also not like anybody on the LGBTQI plus spectrum. Yes? Okay? If you go to Steam, again, do not go into Steam game forums, right? But if you do, there are so many jokes made in expense of us, specifically trans people, you know, because that's like the hottest topic. That is the hottest topic. If you want to be a bigot right now, it is still the hottest topic to make fun and go against trans people, right? It doesn't matter if it's like Black Myth Wukong or any other somewhat AAA game, sometimes even with indie games nowadays, right? There will be people being like, oh my god, why can I not play as a female monkey in this video game, you know? And of course they are sarcastic, you know? And this does two things. One, it makes fun of a group of people, which already is like sucky, okay? But number two, some other two brain-celled individuals will read that, do not see the sarcasm behind it, and be like, oh, it's another one of those trans people wanting to play as a different thing, you know? And then, like, in their small-mindedness, they will go against these people again.
This is stupid,
Oh,
y'all.
come on, come on.
Oh, God.
And yes, this video is very, very ranty because it is a very ranty topic, okay? So I wanna end it with some positivity and talk about some games that have done diversity very good, okay? So first of all, I want to talk about Overwatch, right? The original Overwatch. I have not played Overwatch 2, so I cannot speak anything above that, right? But the original Overwatch 1, it had a very diverse cast of characters. And apparently they did at some point release like some like weird DEI kind of like things where they had specific characters with like specific, it doesn't matter, okay? The original Overwatch was very good, had a diverse range of characters. It was amazing. Coral Island, again, talked about it a second ago. Amazing game. But I also asked you guys if you have any experiences with good games with LGBTQI plus inclusion. So let's see what you have been talking about. Many of you have been talking about Guilty Gear, specifically Guilty Gear Strive, and of course that is the game where Bridget finally realizes that she is a girl herself, and all the other characters are very supportive. Then we have Final Fantasy XIV, which apparently has the most LGBTQI plus community, which honestly I can understand. Like, I've played the game like a little bit, not that much. I know that like role playing is a big thing in Final Fantasy 14, and I would not be surprised if that's true. I want to go back into that game at some point. Would you believe me that I played this game for like multiple hundreds of hours, finished like A Realm Reborn probably like 3 times, and only dipped my toes into Heaven's Worth and haven't played anything more? Yeah. Then we have Riot Games, which, yes, Riot has some diverse characters, but honestly, not that many, okay? They could do better with how many champions they have. But yeah, the community that you guys mentioned, yeah. Then, of course, we have mentions of Baldur's Gate, which, oh my god, Baldur's Gate, especially Baldur's Gate 3, freaking amazing. It is the gayest game you can probably play this and last year, okay?
What in the sweet hells were you thinking? Activating that lot? I was right there!
Then we have Celeste, Dragon Age. Then, of course, we have the visual novel, which I still intend to play, but I've read many good things about it. It's called Our Life, Beginnings and Always, which apparently is gonna get a new game very soon as well, a second installment. And in that video game, you can basically choose one gender at the beginning, and at like the middle point of the game, I'm not entirely sure when, but it is possible to at some point later change your pronouns, change your gender, and the game will acknowledge that you have transitioned, right? So that's something very nice as well. And yeah, the next game from them, I'm just looking it up here, is called Our Life Now and Forever. It doesn't seem that there's a release date yet. Probably gonna be next year then, but it looks freaking fantastic, okay? So do let me know if you have any games which you would say are very LGBTQI plus friendly, and we can make like a little list, maybe in a pinned comment if people look them up. I also have to say that there are 2 subreddits I actually really frequent recently that I really like and that are really friendly as well. Number 1, Girl Gamers, also open to trans people. Number 1, it's amazing, right? Having people of the same mind just talking about games without, I'm sorry, but like without some of those hashtag capital A gamers with, you know, with the, no, you know, sometimes it's nice to have a space just for men, okay? Then number 2, the Cozy Gamers subreddit. It's just, of course, it's one type of game. It's one genre of games, cozy games. But that's basically where I found Coral Island from, which I'm playing now. So yeah, check them out. I know, a bit of a serious video this time. We will go back to lighthearted videos next time. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye.